All right. Hey everyone, this is Rudy, and I wanted to make a video just to document my day yesterday. So April the 19th, yesterday, I took a day off work and I spent in Waco, Texas. I met Clive Doyle. I met Paul Fata. Sheila, I don't remember her last name, but I think she lost a husband in the fire. Mary Bell, and various survivors. I'm not too good with names. I do have some video from it, but I don't hold the freaking camera, straight, and it's wiggling, and they don't talk loud enough to pick up good audio, and I didn't bring a tripod with me. And I might just play some of that video over this video so you'll see kind of the room, and it's just a small setting, very informal. There's some people that's been coming to this anniversary ever since it happened in 1993. It was an overwhelming day. I mean, to see the evil that our government perpetrated on these people. I want to collect my thoughts and do justice to the people that died in Waco. But I'll just say this. If you're watching me talk in this video, if you're one of the ones who's got this far and watched me, and you're looking at me make this video, that we're going to disagree on something, right? Me and you are going to disagree on something. There's no doubt about it, right? There's not one person watching this video that I 100% agree with on every single thing. Now, when I was in that room, I asked him, point blank, because it gnaws at my heart, and I had to, understand their position on it. Because when I meet these people, they're just like you and I. They believe in God. They want to raise their children right. They want a moral life. But I asked them, if somebody in the secular world was to bring up the topic of David Koresh having sex with underage girls, what would you say to that? And their answer was, they don't condone what he did. There are instances in the Bible of, David having, many Bible characters have had multiple wives. But they don't condone what he did. And it certainly isn't justification for the government to drive tanks into their compound and to kill all the women and children. So this isn't necessarily about David Koresh and justifying his life. He'll have to answer what he did to God Almighty. But the point is that if you are my neighbor, right, and we don't agree 100% on every single thing, I'm certainly not going to stand by while the government drives tanks into your home and kills and murders via gunfire and fire your women and your children. If I don't stand up and say that's wrong, then there's something wrong with me as a human being. There's something wrong with me as a man. What the government did to the people at Waco was an absolute evil atrocity. I don't know how to say it any more plainer than that. Rules of Engagement, that movie does a very good job at identifying all the problems. Now, the secular world will just say, well, David was, molesting and raping underage girls. First of all, those girls were probably over 14, and I'm not going to justify what he did. I'm not going to defend his actions. I certainly don't condone it. But they could have arrested David Koresh anytime the government wanted to. But they chose not to do that, and instead they chose to raid the compound in such a manner as to put women and children and innocent people in the compound in danger, and ultimately ended in their death. And the callousness at which the government dismissed the importance of these people's lives should be a warning to all of us. Like I said, I spent the first part of the day where Clive Doyle read off the names of everyone who died that day. The second part of the day, we went and had lunch at like a Luby's or Golden Corral or something, and These people are just the nicest people in the world. They're good Texas folks. Yeah, I don't know how to say it any place. If you live in Texas, you know what Southern hospitality, you know what Southern charm is all about. These people are just good Texas, God-fearing, God-loving people. And I don't know how to say it any more clear than that. What the government did to them was absolute evil. The last part of the day I spent at the compound. I visited the church where they're actually showing the movie Waco, A New Revelation. They showed the movie there. The pastor's name is Charlie Pace, if I'm not mistaken. I'm terrible with names. I saw the underground, where they buried the underground school bus. It's all mangled up right now. The ponds, the crepe myrtles, where they planted one for each victim. I'm telling you, Waco is a forewarning of things to come, of people who want to stand up for their religion and their faith and their belief. And when you do stand up, that was a forewarning of what will happen and what the government will bring against you. But that's not to say that we shouldn't stand up. If we don't stand up, we are going to be overrun with tyranny. We're going to be overrun with this evil government. We're going to be overrun with people who will dismiss anyone who stands up for God as religious fanatics. And I'm going to try to upload Waco, A New Revelation. I'm going to try to get the videos from other places and put it on my channel. I think it's a very important video. If you have 2 hours, I suggest you watch the whole thing. There's not one part of it that you should miss. There's really no words else I can say. I mean, it was an amazing day. They have the anniversary every year on April the 19th. If you live around Texas and you want to attend, I'm sure they would welcome you. There's no questions off limits. Some of these people spent years in jail, and they weren't even at the compound. They were found innocent, and the judge overturned the verdict. You really need to educate yourself about what happened at Waco. These people are not wacko religious nuts. They were not a cult. I'm not defending David Koresh and his sex with underage girls. I'm not defending his polygamy. That was wrong. But I'm telling you, what the government did in response to those people was absolute evil. I don't know how to say it any more clearer than that. And I'm going to go on record as saying it. I'm going to speak up everywhere I can. God bless every one of you. Let's keep living a righteous life. Let's keep doing the best that we can. Let's keep speaking out for our beliefs. We may not all agree with one another, but damn it, let's don't sit down and let's don't let them shut us up. God bless every one of you and take care.